Now at 6, have you seen them? A statewide Amber Alert has been issued for this 2-year-old girl believed to be with the suspect that you see here on the right. Authorities say he is armed and dangerous.
Then the DNC and MKE, why local business leaders say landing the convention is not about blue or red. For them, it's about green.
And let's take a live look outside, home of the 2020 Democratic National Convention. A live picture at Fiserv Forum.
Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, live at Daybreak.
And welcome once again to Live at Daybreak. I'm Vince Vitrano.
And I'm Susan Kim. Thanks so much for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. Let's head over to meteorologist Brian Niznansky, who's got some warmer temperatures in his forecast. Am I seeing a little bit of fog out there too, Brian?
It's still possible, but yet to really pick up here on the visibility map, and I've been looking at the sky cams too. And again, just keep in mind the potential for a little bit of fog this morning, but I think we're doing okay. Temperatures this morning, don't forget your winter jacket. You'll still need the winter jacket. We're talking about a warm up, but it's not that warm yet. Glendale at 25, Shorewood at 23. Across southeastern Wisconsin, the farther northwest you go, the colder it gets. In fact, look at Fond du Lac and Sheboygan at 10 degrees this morning. There's more snow up there that way, allowing the temperatures to fall off pretty quickly with the calm winds and clear skies. Future temperatures, let's go through it here. Computer models as we go through the day, and by this afternoon, look at this warm up. By 3:30 in the afternoon, we're sitting in the upper 40s away from the lake, lower and middle 40s near Lake Michigan, maybe even spots right along the lake shore stuck in the upper 30s. Okay, here's your day planner as we go through the day today. 22 degrees by 8 o'clock, by noon 36 degrees, and by 4 o'clock 45 degrees with more clouds pushing in this afternoon, Elise.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside this morning. And for the most part, or actually we're taking a look at this metro area travel map. For the most part, we are all green, all in the clear. However, we are still watching this incident that we want to zoom in and tell you about. It's at I-43 northbound at National Avenue. The right-hand shoulder is blocked due to a crush there. So if you're headed in that direction, heads up. Let's take a look at travel times this morning at 6:02. Oconomowoc to Marquette, 24 minutes. Grafton to Marquette, 21 minutes. 7 Mile Road to Marquette, that is also clear at 15 minutes. Breaking news at the live desk, an Amber Alert issued overnight, and police need your help finding a missing toddler. Take a good look at your screen. Police say 2-year-old Nolani Robinson is believed to be with this man, Darius Higgins, this morning. The 33-year-old also goes by the names Darius Taylor and Darius Lewis. We called investigators overnight. They say it does not appear in this photo, but the suspect does have facial hair. Police say Darius is armed and dangerous this morning and may be driving a black SUV with a Florida license plate HVCZ95. If you know where Nolani and Darius might be, call 911 or police.
It is 6:03. The work begins today. The Democratic National Convention is officially coming to Milwaukee.
The announcement was made yesterday morning from inside Fiserv Forum. That's DNC Chairman Tom Perez there. He says he is ready for this great opportunity.
We got more work to do. Make no mistake about it. Today is the end of one chapter and the beginning of another chapter. Our choice of this city as our convention city does not guarantee success in this state in November. What will guarantee success is the work that was done for the past 2 years.
So the Democrats have not held a convention in the Midwest since 1996 and not one outside of Chicago since 1916.
So now that the announcement has been made, what is next? Like today, what do we start working on?
Milwaukee will be sure to be busy over the next year getting everything ready for showtime. And our Sean Gallagher is live in downtown Milwaukee with more on what needs to get done. Hey, Sean.
Yeah, good morning, Susan and Vince. Mayor Tom Barrett got a call from Tom Perez inside downtown's crown jewel, Fiserv Forum. And while the city has a lot of work still left to be done, this is just a shining example of how well the city can do with the DNC. Now, during the Common Council's vote to secure the DNC contract, there were 3 main areas of concern. The first is security for the big event. They'll have to bring in officers from around the country, which is expected to come through $50 million in federal grants. But it's something Congress has awarded for past past conventions, and officials are confident it will happen here too. And the roads are another big issue moving forward. DPW crews will have to expedite permitting for construction projects and street closures. So while July of 2020 may seem kind of far away, there's a lot to be done in a short amount of time. But Paul Upchurch with Visit Milwaukee says DNC, not about red or blue, but green.
When you look at economic impact of well over $200 million, and that's being conservative. We're talking about businesses of all sizes will benefit, so small venues, large venues, so this is really an event that's going to impact the entire city.
And the Milwaukee Police Department has already been heavily involved in the security planning process with the DNC. Chief Alfonso Morales says that a lot of officers with the department will travel to past convention sites like Philadelphia and Cleveland to get some tips on what they can do here in Milwaukee. Outside of Fiserv Forum, Sean Gallagher, today's TMJ4.
All right, Sean, 6:05. The effects of the DNC will extend far beyond the city limits of Milwaukee. Businesses in both Racine and Waukesha County are already talking about potentially getting in on some of the action. Sandra Johnson, for example, she's owned an inn in Racine for about 5 years and thinks an event of this size will be a first.
That size at the DNC, we've never had this close by, so it'll be interesting and fun.
The inn is about an hour away from downtown Milwaukee, but she thinks it's close enough to pick up some increased business during the DNC.
Milwaukee is already looking for people to help work the Democratic National Convention. The city's searching to fill paid jobs and volunteers. We have the link up on our website, tmj4.com.
The 2020 DNC countdown is on. 489 days away. That works out to about 16 months or 70 weeks. The convention will be held July 13th through the 16th. Republicans are holding their 2020 National Convention in North Carolina. That will take place in Charlotte, and that'll be much later. It'll be August 24th through the 27th.
Now that it's official, we want to know what you think about the DNC coming to Milwaukee. We have a poll up on our Facebook page right now asking if you view it as a win for the city or not. So far, 60% say it is great, and 40% think it should be held elsewhere. To take the poll, just head to the Today's TMJ4 Facebook page.
And everything you need to know about the Milwaukee DNC is up on our website right now. You can check out our special section by going to tmj4.com/DNC.
At 6:07, we have more local news now. Officers on the scene overnight at 91st and Mill Road, the same area where a woman was murdered and another person was injured earlier in the day. We are working to get more information on what is happening there. And Rock Bottom Brewery reopening later today. It comes just days after the city ordered it closed because of cockroaches. Health inspectors on Friday found roaches in the kitchen and a food storage area in the basement. The health department will be back for another inspection coming up later this week. Today is Free Pancake Day at IHOP restaurants. You can get a short stack at restaurants statewide, and in return, IHOP is asking people to leave a donation for Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. And to sweeten the deal, you can meet Miss Wisconsin. She will be at the location on Miller Parkway from 7 until noon today.
In national headlines this morning, Hometown Food Company recalling more than 12,000 cases of Pillsbury unbleached all-purpose flour. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the items in question could be contaminated with salmonella. The lot codes on the recalled products are 8292 and 8293, with best if used by dates of April 19th and April 20th of 2020. Authorities seized the biggest shipment of cocaine recovered at the ports of New York and New Jersey in almost 25 years. This massive bust on February 28th came after authorities checked a shipping container entering the country. They found 60 packages containing 3,200 pounds of cocaine, which has a street value of about $77 million. UFC star Conor McGregor was arrested in Miami after being accused of smashing a fan's phone. The incident took place outside a Miami Beach hotel around 5 o'clock Monday morning. Police say the fan attempted to take a photo of McGregor, and that's when the fighter slapped the phone out of the fan's hand and stomped on it multiple times. So no photos, please, I guess.
Wisconsin rolling out the red carpet for Paul, Mark, and Donnie when another Wallaburgers is set to open in our area.
And Sign and Spill That cringeworthy moment as Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes dumped some beer on the DNC contract. Why, he's laughing it off this morning.
All right, we're keeping an eye on the visibility map this morning for the potential for some patchy fog to develop, but as of right now, visibility just fine. Not only across southeastern Wisconsin, but including right here at the airport. 24 degrees now, winds out of the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour. Storm Formax radar, all is quiet too. Looks like a quiet morning, nice, easy commute expected for southeastern Wisconsin. Chilly this morning, temperatures in the 40s, but by this afternoon, we're warming well into the 40s by this afternoon. Nice warming trend, but also several chances of rain in your forecast coming up, and we're back in 60 seconds.
Well, I was raised to care about people. And when people get hurt, I can take on the big guys and level the playing field for the little guys. And that makes me feel real good about what I do. If you've been wrongly injured, please give us a call.
At Midas, with every oil change, you get a free tire rotation.
Makes me feel like a king.
Oh. King for a day.
Well, maybe not the whole day.
Oop, hey, whoa.
Our $19.99 or $49.99 oil change includes a tire rotation.
Here we are again, seeking answers to the same old questions.
It was one small ember that torched this entire neighborhood.
Any idea how long you'll be here?
No. I don't want her to become an adult and live her life like this.
The entire apartment complex is falling apart.
We also treat logistics. ABC News investigation.
Well, it looks as if Wisconsin is getting a second Wahlburgers location. Hy-Vee announced yesterday that the burger chain owned by the famous brothers is planning for a location in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward. It is expected to open later this year. The Brookfield location is set to open this summer.
A lighter moment during the DNC contract signing ceremony. Yeah, here's the group toasting with beer, and Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes spilled on the paperwork. Miller Lite, in case you were wondering. The Lieutenant Governor joked about it later on Twitter, saying, "I didn't spill beer on the contract. I just poured some out of the conventions that came before to seal the deal." That's classic Milwaukee. They get that paperwork back, and they're like, these guys, is this beer here? Yeah, it is.
Much more on the DNC in Milwaukee. Bucks Senior Vice President Alex Lasry will join us live here in the studio to talk about the venue, Fiserv Forum. That's next.
And as we head to break, just want to update you here and give you another look at this picture. An Amber Alert, maybe across your phone, you saw that there, is issued for this little 2-year-old girl, Milani Robinson, last seen in Milwaukee. Officials say she's with 33-year-old Darius Higgins. Authorities are asking for tips to 911 if you see them.
Having basement problems? McCoy Contractors has repaired over 10,000 basements. If you have concerns, call McCoy. McCoy, the trusted name.
New Berlin Heating and Air Conditioning. Cashback available through Carrier today. Save energy and money today with Carrier. Special financing package, make it easy. Carrier. Turn to the experts. New Berlin Heating and Cooling. Contact us today.
We knew adding to our family through adoption was going to be difficult but rewarding.
Lily was born addicted to opiates and had to struggle through withdrawal in my arms. But today, she's a happy, healthy little girl.
Adopting Lily has brought home the opioid crisis and how it affects families in such significant ways. We need to show compassion, but we also need to hold people accountable, and that's exactly what I'll do on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Judge Brian Hagedorn for Supreme Court.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, so it's easy to keep your home organized and clean. On a budget, organizing your home has never been easier with Dakota Shelving. Pre-finished shelves are available in 4 beautiful finishes. They're just $2.99 each after rebate. Menards has a wide selection of Dremel power tools. This Versa Power Cleaner is great for cleaning tough stains indoors and out. It's just $49.97 during Menards Think Spring Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Joe Fazio. Today we're in Sheboygan at Portscape Apartment Homes.
I think Commerce State Bank is excellent at understanding our business, understanding our model. One of the things that differentiates Commerce State Bank, and I think of the term as wanting to get to yes with what we're looking for.
HCI Properties and Commerce State Bank, an earning relationship.
Commerce State Bank,
Take 60% off sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners. Even 3-piece table groups. It's Sofa Saturday, Sofa Sunday, this weekend at Colders. That means it's 60% off living and family room furniture, even special orders. It's one of the best savings events at Colders. You get more for your money at Colders. Sofas, love seats, chairs, recliners, sectionals, tables, 60% off. Saturday and Sunday, only at Colders.
Allied Pools preseason sale. Huge savings on all swimming pools, hot tubs, and patio furniture. Allied Pools is located at Highway 100 and Greenfield Avenue. Allied Pools has a pool for every yard, a hot tub for every deck, and a patio set for everyone. And remember, buy from Dave and save, only at Allied Pools.
When it tastes better,
to drink more of it.
Our customers who own a reverse osmosis drinking water system can't say enough.
But drinking more water.
And that leads to better health. Call Guthrie and Fry so that we can install a reverse osmosis drinking water system in your home, too.
The Storm Team 4 7-day forecast is sponsored by Aurora Healthcare. You're watching today's TMJ4 with Susan Kemp, Vince Vitrano, Elise Preston, and Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Miznansky.
Quarter after 6 on today's TMJ4. Taking a look outside where it is 21 degrees in Milwaukee to get us started here on what is going to feel like a nice spring day. We'll get there.
Yeah, it just looks so beautiful outside, right? I mean, just calm, and we're going to have what? Are we going to have blue skies and mild temperatures
to start, at
today?
least.
Yeah.
Spring has sprung when we're talking about 21 degrees, right? Man.
In Wisconsin.
Sadly, that feels awesome.
By this afternoon, yes, it will start to feel more like spring. This morning, you'll still want that winter jacket. Now, along with the spring weather warmth, we will have several chances of rain the next couple of days. We get through the day today dry. And yes, Susan, we will start off with sunshine, more clouds by this afternoon. Now, I would say after 6 o'clock, and especially by 9, 10 o'clock this evening, pretty good chance of rain, likely across the area. Then chances of rain continue through the night tonight into tomorrow morning. Then we'll see a lull in the rainfall tomorrow midday and afternoon. And then another spike in our rain chances heading into tomorrow night. This is a live look in Port Washington. All is quiet this morning. 22 degrees. Winds out of the west-northwest at 2 miles per hour. In Milwaukee, we're at 24 degrees. Now with a south-southwest wind at 3 miles per hour, and across southeastern Wisconsin, the winds are still light enough that we are getting an influence from the relatively warmer waters of Lake Michigan at 33. You get away from the lake and north, and yeah, it gets pretty chilly. 10 this morning in Fond du Lac, West Bend at 14. So your weather headlines this morning, feeling more like spring, but again, don't step outside without that winter jacket yet this morning. Soggy at times the next couple of days. And that could lead to some minor river flooding. Not overly concerned yet. If you live in one of those typical spots along the typical rivers that flood in the spring, just be on your toes the next couple of days. The one major thing that we will keep an eye on is the potential for ice jams. And if we do see that, that's something that could easily rise the rivers very quickly. Storm 4 Max radar and satellite quiet for us, not only here, but across the Midwest with high pressure. Here's our next big storm system setting up to the west of us. We'll have initial warm front that moves through tonight, and with that initial warm front, a good chance of showers. 6 o'clock setting up to the west of us, probably moving in around 9, 10 o'clock here in southeastern Wisconsin. Showers continue overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, then a break in the showers during the day, and then more showers on the way as we head into tomorrow night. And we might actually get a couple rumbles of thunder there tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. How much rainfall with this first round this evening? Looks to be around 1/4 inch for most of southeastern Wisconsin. Your forecast for today, high temperature of 45 degrees, inland 48 degrees. So yes, this afternoon starting to warm up. For tonight, low temperature that falls down to 38 degrees, rain likely with some patchy fog. And here's your 7-day forecast. On Wednesday, 48 degrees for your high near the lake, inland 54. Again, most of these rain chances are going to be during the evening hours and during the morning. So we get through a lot of these days dry, even though it looks like it would be a complete soaker. 58 for your high on Thursday, inland 61. Flurries on Friday with a high temperature of 38 degrees. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, 41, and a chance of rain and snow showers on Sunday with a high temperature of 40 degrees. All right, at 6 a.m., we sent out this push alert with your morning forecast. And as you head out the door, you can get weather updates from your phone every morning. Just download the TMJ4 app and sign up for alerts. Elise.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside from our DOT cameras. You can see traffic is moving along quite nicely this morning at 6:19. A look at a metro area travel map. A couple incidents popping up. Let's go ahead and zoom in. We've been watching this one for a while. I-43 northbound at National Avenue. That right-hand shoulder is blocked due to an accident there. So if you're headed in that direction, just a heads up. Let's take a look at travel times this morning. Highway 20 to Ryan Road, 10 minutes. Highway 50 to Highway 20, 10 minutes. Highway 20 to Highway 50 also in the clear at 10 minutes.
Well, now that we know the Democratic National Convention will in fact be held here in Wisconsin, what do we do today? What's next for the city of Milwaukee?
And Milwaukee Bucks Senior Vice President Alex Lazar has been instrumental in bringing the DNC to Milwaukee, and he joins us live this morning to talk more about what is next. And good morning, Alex. Thanks so much for waking up early for us and being with us this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, so we've celebrated. The announcement has been made. What happens now?
So now I think we start to put the team in place, and we start to, build out what this thing will look like over the next 3, 4, 5 months. Start to talk to the community and try to figure out how we're going to get the entire city involved, and then also start to raise some of the money that we'll need to put this whole thing on.
Now, you had mentioned $70 million is how much you're going to have to raise?
Yeah, it's going to be between $60 to $70 million. That's the budget that we've created with the DNC, and that's all money that's going to go right into the economy here in the city, which is something that I think is really special.
Let me ask you about Fiserv Forum. You know, organized labor is so important in Democratic politics. You've been involved in that a long time. I know your frontline restaurant workers are working to unionize, and that's been reported this week. But to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one of the only venues in the city that does not use unionized stagehands. Is that something that you get pressure from the DNC to try to change in the coming months, or where do you see that playing out?
We've actually been working with IATSE to work with that. And so that's something that we're really excited about. What we've said the entire time in our arena is that we want people making a living wage, and we want people who are working in the arena to be able to utilize the arena. And that's something that's important to us. And because we also think that's why our customer service is one of the top in the country for any arena, is because of the wages that we pay and because of how we treat our workers. And so we've been working with IATSE. These negotiations take time, but it's, they've been great to work with, and we're looking forward to having them in the building and being partners with them for a long time to come.
As far as Fiserv Forum is concerned with the convention, do you see any changes happening with the structure? And then as far as raising $60, $70 million, where does that kind of money come from?
So that money is going to come from national donors and from local donors. We've already seen the local Wisconsin business community really come together and show their support. And I think, Chairman Perez mentioned this yesterday. We raised more than double the amount of cash than any other city. And those are big cities, Houston and Miami. Milwaukee came together and put their money where their mouth is. And I think that says the breadth and the depth of the support that people see in this, and they see the benefits of what a convention like this will do for the city. And we expect more of Wisconsin's companies to come around and be a part of this. And we also expect a lot of national money to come in and pour that into the Milwaukee community as well.
So many more questions. Out of time. All right, Alex, thank you for getting up or staying up. I don't know how much sleep you're getting over there, but appreciate you coming in live at Daybreak this morning.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Having basement problems? McCoy Contractors has repaired over 10,000 basements. If you have concerns, call McCoy. McCoy, the trusted name.
Have a leaky faucet or no hot water? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust. Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Right now during Steinhaffel's Mattress Madness sale, we're launching the newest Beauty Rest Black mattresses. Get free Bose sleep buds and free delivery with your new Beauty Rest Black mattress. Beauty Rest Black mattress starting at $12.99. That's only $22 per month with Steinhaffel's 0% financing for 60 months. Upgrade to an adjustable base for only $13 more a month. We are your mattress headquarters. Only at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffel's Mattress.
3 new Nissans, 2 powerful Titans, 1 award-winning lineup. Save big on all of it at Nissan now. No brand received more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan. Save big on Rogue with Safety Shield 360s. Hurry in and experience why more people are loving Nissan now.
Lease Rogue with 0 down and 0 first month payment, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 14 models.
Get to Nissan now.
Welcome to $10 Tuesday Night Pizza. Break it down, Molly.
We'll be cutting the pizza here, here, and here.
Is that permanent?
Back to you, Matt.
For $10 on Tuesdays, get any large pizza. We make it, you bake it. Papa Murphy's.
Wisconsin deserves fair and impartial courts, but that's not what they get from Judge Brian Hagedorn. He worked alongside an extremist hate group to try and strip hospital visitation rights away from gay partners. He got a free junket to Mexico while personally pocketing thousands from the hate group. And Hagedorn helps run a new school that bans students, teachers, and parents for being gay. Ask Judge Brian Hagedorn. With views like this, how can he possibly be fair?
TCF Bank makes it easy to track savings goals so you can plan your dream vacation. And his, too.
Little situation.
Life needs your attention. TCF Bank is here to help.
Here's some simple advice about picking a law firm after a car crash. Pick a firm that's been around a long time, and pick a firm with the financial strength to give you the best chance to be fully compensated. Call 333-3333 for the PKSD guarantee.
Have a light that doesn't light? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust.
Roman Electric.
Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Weather Kids is sponsored by Built Right Furniture Leather Mattress, our family serving your family since 1928.
6:26 after 18 months or 549 days, Jimmy Nelson is back on the mound.
The Brewers pitcher made his emotional return yesterday against the White Sox. This is in Phoenix. It was his first appearance in September of 2017 when he injured his right shoulder. Nelson gave up a home run to the first batter he faced, but then still looked pretty good.
Tough start, though.
I know.
Come on, Jimmy. It's all right, man.
Some jitters. He got a standing ovation from teammates and fans, and then he tweeted, quote, "Man, that was cool. Best moment was the reception from the fans and all the guys in the dugout. Special group of guys we have that I'm lucky to be part of," end quote.
The Brewers take on the Giants tonight. This is a late one, folks. It's 9:05 in Scottsdale.
It's now 6:26. Not worth it. What House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said about impeachment that surprised even some Democrats.
Also, an aviation crisis brewing this morning over that deadly Ethiopian plane crash. The two countries grounding all their Boeing 737 MAX flights and what the FAA is saying. And as we head to break, want to give you an update here one more time. Have a look at this picture. An Amber Alert issued for this little girl. She's 2 years old, Nolani Robinson. Last seen in Milwaukee, with officials reporting she's with this man, 33-year-old Darius Higgins. Authorities asking for tips to 911 if you see them.
Max your tax refund this year on brand name furniture, appliances, computers, electronics, and more at Get It Now. We'll help you find a payment option that fits your budget best so you can bring home the products your family wants. So hurry in to your local Get It Now and make the most of your tax refund today.
Jay, before you put your money on a racehorse, you have to check their track record.
That's right, Rick. You should do the same with any company working on your house.
Rhino Shield's proven track record is why tens of thousands of homeowners and businesses choose Rhino Shield over paint. With Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint again.
Check out our record and call by the 25th to get 25% off and a 25-year warranty.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Like most people, Mrs. McCabe has several different types of flooring.
I have carpet, tile, and hardwood. I've tried running those machines, but they just don't get them as clean as you do.
Vacuuming and mopping is great for day-to-day cleanings, but nothing gets your home clean and healthy like a professional carpet, tile, or hardwood cleaning from Stanley Steamer.
That's why I call.
Now get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
I love what I do. Herding cars for Rawhide Boys Ranch. Donated Vehicles fund programs that transform lives of at-risk youth, like I was. You can make a difference for troubled youth and families, too. Donate your vehicle today for a top tax deduction. Visit rawhide.org/donate. We'll round it up for free.
If you ever find yourself in a negotiation, one that involves you or your family being injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side. One who will not blink. No matter the size of the case, you want an advocate, totally prepared, impossible to rattle. Someone who has recovered more million-dollar results for their clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. It's not about bluffing. It's about fighting and winning since 1930. Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Max your tax refund this year on brand name furniture, appliances, computers, electronics, and more at Get It Now. We'll help you find a payment option that fits your budget best so you can bring home the products your family wants. So hurry in to your local Get It Now and make the most of your tax refund today.
When you see breaking news, call the Today's TMJ4 tip line at 414-963-4444 or email news@tmj4.com. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, live at Daybreak.
Now at 6:30, manhunt in Milwaukee. Authorities have been searching round the clock looking for these two people, who they are and why this child is in danger.
And I'm Sean Gallagher outside of Fiserv Forum. Now that the excitement for the DNC has settled, the real work begins. I'll tell you what the city needs to do to get prepared for next year's DNC.
And let's take a live look outside while we're at it and check out conditions as we get started on this Tuesday morning. And you're going to step outside and think, spring. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4. I'm Susan Kim.
And I'm Vince Vetrano. Spring, a relative term always around these parts as we send things over to Storm Team 4.
So is summer.
Meteorologist Brian Isnansky. Yeah, it's amazing. We've been conditioned that this feels real good.
You know, we would have been excited about high temperatures in the 20s a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's our low temperatures. All right, Milwaukee, 21 degrees at the bus stop. Racine, 23. Waukesha, 18. Across southeastern Wisconsin, there are some colder spots. Yes, look at Fond du Lac and Sheboygan at 10 degrees this morning. There's a bit more snow across the northern spots. That's keeping the temperatures down with the clear skies and calm winds. All right, here's your forecast. 7 o'clock, 21 degrees. By 11 o'clock, 34. Now, this is when it starts to get very spring-like. By 2 o'clock, 40 degrees. By 5 o'clock, 45 degrees. More clouds, though, this afternoon. But we're going to go up from here this week on the 7-day forecast. We're going to tell you how warm we get coming up here in a little bit, Elise.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside this morning from our DOT cameras. For the most part, traffic is moving along quite nicely, but let's go ahead and take a look at this metro area travel map. We have a couple of incidents to tell you about. We want to get to this accident down in Sturtevant. A pedestrian is involved. That's at 93rd Street and Durand Avenue. So this just happened. It just popped up on our radar momentarily or moments ago. So if you are headed in that direction, be careful. No further details past that. A pedestrian is involved in this crash right here. And we are also watching that same stall, that accident at I-43 northbound at National Avenue where the right-hand shoulder is blocked. It's been blocked for about an hour now, so quite a while. If you are headed in that direction, also keep that in mind. Let's take a look at travel times. Brown Deer to Marquette, 10 minutes. Moreland to Marquette, 10 minutes. Hale to the Zoo, 4 minutes. Breaking news at the live desk. An Amber Alert issued overnight, and police need your help finding a missing toddler. Take a good look at your screen. Police say 2-year-old Nolani Robinson is believed to be with Darius Higgins this morning. The 33-year-old also goes by the names Darius Taylor and Darius Lewis. Now, we called investigators overnight. They say it does not appear in this photo, but the suspect does have facial hair. Police say Darius is armed and dangerous this morning and may be driving a black SUV with a Florida license plate HVCZ95. Now, if you know where Nolani and Darius might be, you're asked to call 911 or police.
Well, today, the focus shifts from celebrating to working with less than a year and a half to plan one of the biggest events the city of Milwaukee has ever hosted.
This morning, our Sean Gallagher is live outside Fiserv Forum with a look at the task ahead as the city prepares for the 2020 Democratic National Convention. Good morning, Sean.
Yeah, good morning, Susan and Vince. Mayor Barrett was quick to tout how great of a location Fiserv Forum would be for a political convention just like this. But over the course of the next year, the rest of the city is going to be playing catch up to be prepared in time for the convention. The city will have plenty to do over the next year. DPW crews have to expedite construction projects and street closures, and security issues will need to be addressed as well. So while a lot of work is expected, the economic impacts will be worth it and felt all across the area. An estimated 50,000 people are expected to descend upon the city, and experts say over $200 million in economic impact will be a conservative estimate as the result of the DNC coming to town, impacting businesses of all sizes. Marty Brooks with the Wisconsin Center District doesn't expect the DNC to change the physical structure of the convention center, but he does have high hopes for the future.
It puts Milwaukee in a whole different light. The fact that Milwaukee's going to be the dateline all over the world today and covered throughout the next 16 months leading up to it really helps us as far as promoting the city, and will definitely impact long-term our ability to attract other conventions to the city and hopefully justify and support an expansion.
And part of the DNC contract with the city includes free hop rides during the convention. Now, during yesterday's State of the City address, Mayor Tom Barrett mentioned that there would be 2 extensions that would be finished by this time next year. The first to the lakefront, and another will be an extension to Bronzeville. That extension will go right by Fiserv Forum, which plays right into that role for free rides during the convention. Outside of Fiserv Forum, Sean Gallagher, today's TMJ4.
Dude, Sean, thanks.
Over the last several years, we have seen big cities take on the Democratic National Convention. Let's look at 2012. DNC was held in Charlotte, North Carolina, where former President Barack Obama was running for his second term.
And then the DNC headed to Philadelphia in the year 2016, and that's where we saw Hillary Clinton take the stage to work towards her presidential run, later losing to President Donald Trump.
And the year 2020, we will see the DNC here in Milwaukee. So far, 12 candidates have announced their bids to run for the Democrats. Holding the convention in Wisconsin does not guarantee a state win for the Dems. Remember, last time around, they held the convention in Pennsylvania in 2016 and did end up losing that state.
It's 6:36 right now. Smiles filled Fiserv Forum as the news came in. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes said he is ready to get the ball rolling.
This is an exciting day for the city of Milwaukee, for the state of Wisconsin, and for the Democratic Party as we pave a new way, a new direction. It is not going to be easy, but it's something that we are more than ready to pull off.
And Barnes also mentioned how proud he is of his roots here in Wisconsin and in Milwaukee.
Congresswoman Gwen Moore also showing some Wisconsin excitement, talking about how happy she is to share the city with the entire country.
We're known around here for being the home of the cheeseheads. But from now on, we're going to be known as the DNC having a good head on their shoulders and choosing us.
The 2020 DNC countdown is on. We're now at 489 days away, which is 16 months or 70 weeks. The convention will be held July 13th through the 16th of 2020.
At the live desk, the official page for the 2020 DNC breaks down why Milwaukee was chosen. Now, this morning, the DNC calls Milwaukee a key city and a battleground state, adding the city as the economic driver in both Wisconsin and the Midwest. Convention organizers are also pointing to Milwaukee's history of hosting large-scale events like Summerfest, Northwestern Mutual's annual meeting, and Harley-Davidson anniversary celebrations. Organizers are also boasting about the city's capacity to host the convention with the construction of Fiserv Forum as well as other venues within walking distance.
We have everything you need to know about the Milwaukee DNC on our website. All you have to do is head to tmj4.com/DNC.
New this morning, Australia and South Korean airline Eastar Jet suspending operations of the same aircraft involved in the Ethiopian Airlines crash that killed 157 people. Meanwhile, the FAA is demanding that Boeing modify the 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9, adding it will take other appropriate action if data recovered in the investigation warrants it.
The clock appears to be ticking on Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. NBC's Tracy Potts has that, plus what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said about impeachment.
I'm not for impeachment, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tells the Washington Post. It divides the country, and he's just not worth it, she says of President Trump.
Our day-to-day work is not about him, it's about the American people.
White House spokesperson Sarah Huckabee Sanders says we're not that concerned, adding impeachment should have never been on the table.
To get to removal, you will need at least 20 Republican senators in the other house of Congress. That's just a political reality.
A House vote today will urge the Justice Department to release Robert Mueller's full report on Russian election interference. This week, there could be signs of where that investigation is headed. A second sentencing tomorrow for former Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort on unrelated financial crimes.
I don't have any doubt that Mr. Trump is going to pardon Paul Manafort at some point. The question is when.
He'll make a decision when he's ready.
On Thursday, former Trump advisor Roger Stone gets a trial date and explains to a judge how his new book on Russia does not violate her gag order. Also this week, status hearings for former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and Manafort's deputy Rick Gates. Both are cooperating with prosecutors after pleading guilty. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
It's 6:39. Up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4, how protecting your ears can help your heart.
Plus, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett will join us live in studio with what's next to come for the DNC in Milwaukee.
All right, you'll still need your winter jacket this morning with temperatures in the teens and 20s. Getting quite cold to the northwest. Fond du Lac at 10, Sheboygan at 10 degrees, but 24 in Port Washington. Future temperatures, our computer model here. Watch what happens by this afternoon. Almost everybody warming up well into the 40s this afternoon, and it gets even warmer on the 7-day forecast. Commuter forecast on the way to work, maybe a patchy fog spot, 45 degrees on the way home, cloudy and mild. How warm we get in your 7-day forecast coming up, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Have a leaky faucet or no hot water? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust. Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
When you need a plumber now, call us at Borth Wilson. Turn to the plumbers who have been providing fast same-day service since 1919. We replace water heaters, faucets, toilets, and more. There's simply no plumbing job too big or too small for Borth Wilson.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. That's what your cat dealer is here for. Right now at Fabic Cat, lease a new Cat 303E CR Mini Excavator for as low as $489 a month. 0 down.
Have a light that doesn't light? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust.
Roman Electric.
Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
6:41 on today's TMJ4. New this morning, you probably know smoking, obesity, and not exercising can lead to heart disease.
But researchers have uncovered a new risk factor, and it sounds a little bit like this.
You're whatever.
All that noise. A new study found exposure to loud noises like the ones you just heard could increase your risk of developing the #1 killer in the U.S.
Fully half of the people that are going to die in America are going to die of cardiovascular disease, and that includes heart attacks, it includes strokes.
Researchers studied 500 people for 5 years, and during this time, 40 of the participants had a cardiovascular event. Those with the highest levels of noise exposure had more than 3 times greater risk of having a heart attack, stroke, or other heart-related incident. The loud noise group also had more inflammation in their arteries.
Exposure to loud noise can also lead to permanent hearing loss and ringing in your ears. It can cause physical and psychological stress and increase your risk for workplace accidents or injuries. So if you're trying to protect your health, experts suggest you might want to start with your ears. And while loud noise is somewhat of a surprising risk for heart problems, another unusual sign is creased earlobes.
Several studies have shown a link between creased earlobes and plaque buildup in your arteries. I was looking at yours.
I'll give you a look over at the break. What's the plan after Milwaukee is named to host the Democratic National Convention?
We're going to speak live with Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett. He is here in our studio about what's coming up next. That's coming up at 6:50 on Live at Daybreak.
I love game night.
They canceled. They couldn't get a sitter. How are you not getting this? Any guesses?
A llama in a buggy. Bam! I hereby conquer Australia.
It's about time. Whoa! 40 Love, what's up?
Because we're playing on carpet.
They got a sitter. They're on their way.
I'll clean.
I'll get more food.
Okay.
Dietz and Watson. It's a family thing.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You have 33 years of memories in this house. The most valuable things you will ever own. And that is why we exist. Johnson Financial Group, an official supplier of the Silver Lining. Wisconsin's largest family-owned bank. Visit johnsonbank.com.
With these injuries, we are on the hook for a boatload.
I'm going to bury them.
Delay them.
Forever.
Well,
they'll come around.
Right.
They always do.
They brought in the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Could you handle this one?
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call Hupy and Abraham and get their win or it's free guarantee.
And now's the time you've been waiting for. The undisputed champs, Tundra and Tacoma. And in this corner, the reigning rulers of the road. Let's get ready for spring.
Not bad.
Ready for a great deal?
Let's do it!
So good.
Right now, get $2,000 customer cash on a sporty new 2019 Corolla. Hurry in today or visit buyatoyota.com for more great deals.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today!
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Today. Thank you for joining us.
To get equal pay, would you be willing to give up that guaranteed contract?
You say you are a cancer thriver and you are winning.
Winning over. For the record, are you perfect?
Are you insane? I'm a mess.
We can't wait till tomorrow.
Today on The Morning Blend, catch what's happening in your community and how you can make a difference.
Plus, from food to fashion, we've got the latest trends to fit your lifestyle at 9.
Time Saver Traffic brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
6:46 on today's TMJ4. Let's talk about our storm team forecast.
Yeah, Brian Niznansky is here, and I'm enjoying these beautiful shots outside. It looks so calm and comfortable.
Yeah, we were looking earlier, the potential for some patchy fog to develop. Whenever you start getting these warming trends and you got a lot of snow on the ground,
yeah.
That's pretty typical. But we haven't seen that case this morning. I think we're doing good. And we're going to get through today dry. Today will be dry, but let's look at the chance of rain, and let's look at it increase this evening. Our next round of rain, the initial round of what could be many rounds of rain arriving this evening. As we go through the time here, you can see it really spikes around 9, 10 o'clock this evening. And then the rain chances continue through the night tonight into tomorrow morning. We kind of get a lull tomorrow afternoon before more rain arrives heading into tomorrow night. So we might actually time the rain out pretty good with the bulk of it falling during the overnight periods the next couple of days. Live look in Waukesha, all is quiet. 18 degrees. Yes, it is still chilly this morning. You'll need that winter jacket, but we do have a nice warming trend. 24 degrees currently in Milwaukee and across southeastern Wisconsin. The farther northwest you go, the colder you get. You got 10 in Fond du Lac, Beaver Dam at 17, Watertown at 17 degrees. Your weather headlines, we go through them here. More like spring, but soggy at times the next couple of days, and we'll have to keep an eye on some of the area rivers. As of right now, just minor river flooding expected in those typical spots we see in spring. All right, Storm 4 Max radar across southeastern Wisconsin. We're quiet, mainly clear skies with high pressure across the Midwest. Big storm system churning to the southwest of us. First, we'll get an initial warm front that will bring in some rain tonight. 9, 10 o'clock, rain becoming likely. Rain continues on and off through the night tonight as that warm front lifts to the north. We'll get a break in the rainfall during the day tomorrow, and then more rain sets up to the west here. That'll move in tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. How much rain with this first round this evening? Looks to be around 1/4 of an inch for most of southeastern Wisconsin. Your forecast for today, 45 for a high after our chilly start. Inland 48. Increasing clouds this afternoon ahead of that rain change. chance. For tonight, a low temperature of 38 degrees. Rain likely with some patchy fog. And here's your 7-day forecast on Wednesday, 48 for a high, inland 54. We might crack 60 on Thursday away from Lake Michigan. 58 for your high on Thursday. Cooling down on Friday with a few flurries, 38. And then this weekend, lower 40s and maybe a few rain and snow showers on Sunday for St. Patrick's Day with a high temperature of 40 degrees, Elise.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's go ahead and take a look at this metro area travel map. We are still watching an accident down in Sturtevant. A pedestrian was involved. It's at 93rd and Duran Avenue, and they've been on scene for about the last 10 or 15 minutes or so working this accident. We put in calls with DOT working to find out what exactly happened here. No details on that or the pedestrian. Let's go ahead and take a look at travel times right now. Hale to Mitchell, 5 minutes. Marquette to 7 Mile Road, 16 minutes. Mitchell to Hale, 5 minutes.
It's 6:49 on today's TMJ4. July 2020 will be here before we know it. Milwaukee preparing for a party that it has rarely, if ever, seen.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett and others have been pushing to get the DNC for years. Now we have it, and Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett joins us live in the studio to talk more about this big announcement. Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Yesterday I gave my State of the City speech and was getting ready to talk to the reporters, and they told me, my staff told me to decide for a phone call from Tom Perez, who informed me that they chose Milwaukee.
Well, we have the photo of that moment here. We want to share it with our viewers right now.
That's not fake news. That's an actual photo.
Well, what exactly is happening in this conversation?
Well, I had just been pulled from the reporters, and it was Tom Perez calling from Washington saying that they had reached a decision and they were going to hold the 2020 Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee. First time in the city's history that we have a major political convention. First time in the history of the state of Wisconsin. So people should be very proud. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, the important number for many people of color, for many people, is green, because there will be a lot of money coming into this community because of this.
Let me talk to you a little bit about some of the priorities you laid out in your State of the City address, literally minutes before you found out. And if we think about someone who's maybe a single mom on the north side of the city, Mr. Mayor, and is asking herself, what's in it for me in this thing? You talked about neighborhood safety, education, lead abatement, those things. How do you ensure for those residents of the city that that doesn't all take a back seat now as you plan for this very important event?
Because this is my priority. We have to have more jobs. And what drives me crazy is I talk to employers sometimes who say, well, we got to find workers, we got to find workers. How do we get them the 45 minutes or the hour to my plant on a bus? And my response is, we have to start putting the jobs close to where the people live. Because we've got a huge part of the northern part of the city of Milwaukee, a little bit less so on the south side of Milwaukee, but also on the south side. But, you know, people criticize someone if they're taking a bus an hour to work and then they miss a parent-teacher conference or the kids don't get immunized. We have to put a priority, I believe, on putting jobs closer to where the people who need the jobs live.
All right, so now you have 16 months until the convention comes here. What are your priorities, and what will people see as the changes occur to get ready for the convention?
Well, I said yesterday at the announcement, I'm looking for 12,000 of my closest friends, because that's how many volunteers they're looking for. And I've been to these conventions before, and we need ambassadors to help people around the city, and that will come over the next 489 days, where we'll ask people to sign up just to really shepherd people around the city. That's one thing we're asking. We're going to have a lot of events around the city. We're going to highlight some of the good things in the city, and we're going to highlight some of the challenges. The issues that you're talking about are issues that I want the nation to see Milwaukee is grappling with, because we are in many ways a microcosm of the nation. And the challenges that we face are challenges that are faced certainly in the Midwest, and I think that's one of the reasons they're here, because of the Midwest political issue, and we should capitalize on that.
Mr. Mayor, appreciate your time very much this morning, and we'll be talking about it for a long time. Right. We're back right after this.
Smart Strand Silk Forever Clean Carpet. Astonishing softness, maximum durability. Get 2 years interest-free and the low price guarantee from Carpetland USA.
Have a leaky faucet or no hot water? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust. Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Are you an ocean?
No.
Are you edible?
Sleep. Me neither.
Number one.
Woo.
To your Metro Milwaukee Honda dealer to see how Honda's all-wheel drive SUVs are your best choice. Honda was named the 2019 Best SUV brand. The CR-V, Pilot, and HR-V have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which now means you can use Google or Waze Maps. With great deals on the most technically advanced Honda SUVs on the road, you've got to your Metro Milwaukee Honda dealer or visit HondaDealersMilwaukee.com today.
Have a light that doesn't light? You need Roman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't put off your call to Roman. Call today for the $39.95 Winter Service Call Special. They're the ones you trust.
Roman Electric.
Now offering plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Carpetland USA. Flooring Center.
Pergo Extreme. Extremely durable with the look, protection, and guarantee you expect from a high-performance floor. Get 2 years interest-free and the low price guarantee this week.
If you could give to any local charity, which one would it be? Well, here's your chance. I'm Tiffany Ogle.
And I'm Molly Fay. The Morning Blend and First Bank Financial Center are teaming up with you to make lives better. Go to themorningblend.com/givesback.
Nominate a great local charity for a chance to receive $1,000.
Plus, an appearance with us on The Morning Blend.
The Morning Blend gives back with First Bank Financial Center.
At First Bank Financial Center, our mission is to make lives better.
It's 6:55. We continue to follow breaking news this morning. Take a look at this picture. An Amber Alert has been issued for the little girl there. That's 2-year-old Milwani Robinson. She was last seen in Milwaukee. Officials say she is with the man there on your right, 33-year-old Darius Higgins. Authorities are asking for any information to call 911 if you do see them.
All right, your weather kid for today is Lucy. Lucy looking cute this morning. She's got her rain boots on. Even though I think we get through the day without the rain, there's going to be a lot of puddles.
A lot of puddles for Lucy.
Absolutely. And she's squinting in the sun.
Splash, splash, splash.
We got to get her some sunglasses. 24 degrees this morning, 45 degrees this afternoon. More clouds this afternoon. We start the day with a lot of sunshine at least.
I have a feeling with that smile, Lucy is going to enjoy splashing in those puddles.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take a live look outside from our DOT camera so you can see that for the most part traffic is moving along, but we want to get back to this accident down in Sturtevant to tell you about. This is at 93rd and Durand. A pedestrian was involved in the accident. We're making calls to try to figure out what exactly happened. We don't have those details right now. Let's take a look at travel times. Ryan Road to Layton Avenue, a delay there at 11 minutes. Franklin to 894, a delay there as well, 10 minutes. And Drexel to Marquette, also delayed at 11 minutes.
All right, Elise, thanks very much. You know, we had so much we wanted to talk to the mayor about in regards to the 2020 DNC announcement that it's coming to Milwaukee. So we'll be on Facebook Live with him.
We can talk as long as we want there.
Yeah, and that'll be at 7:10 this morning on the Today's TMJ4 Facebook page. So join us there.